Hello, everybody. Brad Swift here. Also, I write as a eco-fiction author, and in this year of 2025, an eco author of nonfiction. And I honestly don't know whether this video will ever see the light of day, but it's the first of the year. I don't know, it's the January the 13th or something like that. And it seemed like a good time to start to combine some of my as I call them, purpose projects. One is the One Cause, which is a Substack series. You may have found yourself to this video through that. One Cause, the series, the movie, excuse me, not the movie, not yet, who knows, maybe. But One Cause, the series, the book, and maybe the movement as well. But I'm also combining that with what I'm calling my Loving Homestead, which is what this video is really about. Because the Loving Homestead is a project where I'm actually applying what I'm learning about living a regenerative and sustainable life here in the mountains of North Carolina. Now, the first thing I want you to know is I am so far from being an expert about living sustainably and regenerative. So if you're here for all the inside wisdom, well, maybe there'll be a little bit in there, but probably not a lot, because again, I'm in the experimental mode. I'm approaching this kind of as a scientist. I do have a background as a small animal veterinarian, so I do have a science background, but I'm really looking at this and really all of my life as an experiment. So I'm currently, as you can maybe tell, I'm in my office, as I call it, my Creation Central, and I'm going to show you some around the area of my Loving Homestead and share about, some of the areas that we'll be experimenting in living this regenerative and sustainable lifestyle itself. So let's just take a look here. So again, I'm in the entranceway. This is where a lot of the magic happens, particularly right over there where I was a few minutes ago. This is my office, or my Creation Central, and you'll see some of my favorite companions. There's Rascal, who's kind of vegging out right now, and that's Luna, who's now getting a little nervous because she knows she's going to be on camera. There's my infrared sauna, which is warming up at the moment. And again, one of the things I'd just like to point out, this is my, as I affectionately call it, my avocado forest that I've been growing from seeds itself, and they're indoors right now, getting a good amount of sun, and they just got watered itself. And some of my books, many of my books, and several of my books that came back from a local bookstore that recently had to close down, and I'm still a little unhappy about that. So let's go look at some of the other areas. One of my newest areas to be exploring is this area here, which is my hydroponics experiment. You'll see we've got some cherry tomatoes here and some lettuces that are about ready to be picked, and there was a small cherry tomato just starting right about there. And this is about to take a revamp. That was an aquarium. We had a beautiful golden goldfish living there. It's now part of the experiment. That will be changing here shortly because I don't think that looks that well, and it's performing just kind of so-so itself. I've now walked downstairs to the basement area. Welcome to my other laboratory. Again, this is where I've actually brought in some of the plants that were out in my garden area that were, before the frost hit them. You actually see some green peppers there that are going to probably be able to be picked very soon. And there's a little eggplant right there. This will also be changing quite a bit because I'm going to kind of expand the growing area here. We do have, this is probably the only major piece of equipment we have, which is third generation with my wife's grandfathers, and then it became her father's, and now it's ours. And, just again, what a typical garage looks like. We do try to recycle as much of our cardboard as we can. And we do have a little tiller there. It will probably not see the light of day for quite a while because I'm really committed to learning about permaculture. So let's go outside. Okay, we are now walking outside. We do burn a fair amount of wood. All of the wood that we burn it was naturally felled by nature, and of which a lot have failed recently. And you'll see we have some snow on the ground. Some snow on the ground. Not a lot, but enough to make it really beautiful. So we do burn wood, like I said, that's naturally failed itself. Here's some more of the wood that has come from the tropical storm Helene. And you'll also see, maybe, I don't know if you can see it because of the lighting itself, but there's quite a large tree there that I'm slowly reclaiming and cutting up as well. And one of the more successful areas here is our compost area that we do a lot of composting as well. And we'll just take a quick walk over here. This is the future home of what I think will be our permaculture food forest itself. This is pretty much natural at this point. We quit trying to have it be, a lawn area and let nature take its course, which has really helped quite a bit. And I want to show a sail here. You can't really see much about it. Again, it's wintertime, but this area here is a beautiful whole line of natural, I call them raspberries. They're actually wine berries. They're even tastier, much, a bit smaller than the raspberries, but beautiful. And again, just to kind of walk so you can see an area of our little loving homestead. We got a creek here. It has never overflowed, thank God. Even during Helene, it did not. And then we have our natural little corner of nature as well. And here you'll see some of the raised beds where a lot of our gardening goes. We put those in. Gosh, it's been probably close to 30 years ago. We've been here 33, maybe at least 30 years. So this is all kind of quiet right now. And this is what our home looks like. I'm back indoors now, as you can tell, and one other area that we'll probably be doing some filming of and certainly some experimenting with is this is our, as I like to call it, our one-butt kitchen. We have learned over the 30 years that we've been here to negotiate when we both need to be in the kitchen itself. But one of the things I just wanted to point out is our little compost area. That little green area there, we use recycle compostable bags to keep it a little bit cleaner itself. We do a good bit of composting. Anything that's organic that's up here that we go, it's either spoiling or peelings or something of that nature, we like to compost as well. Since I'm a very strong believer in the power of food, and natural food as possible as medicine, the whole Hippocrates approach to first do no harm and letting your food be your medicine. We'll probably do some more experimenting in this area as well. Okay, so Loving Homestead, day one. Let's see where we go.